Alright, so just letting you know before I go into this, this is definitely a spoiler for the movie. Um, big time spoiler for the movie The Strangers. But I just got home, and even though you don't see the people's faces at all in the movie, I mean you see like little tiny bits, but nothing big. I went on and I looked at their faces, and to tell you the truth, it's nothing too big. Just regular people like they were made out to be at the end. But I kept doing like just looking at the internet and stuff, and I was wondering whether at the end of the movie she actually does die, or that was just like her last breath of air before she dies, or actually I thought that that she lived, and that she definitely survived. And I'm looking at IMDB, and at the end it says, in the spoiler column, it says that they find her on the floor and she wakes up. So that would probably give the hint that she definitely lived. And then I looked at inspiration on Wikipedia, and it says that I think, director, when he was young, someone came to his house in the morning, very early, and asked if someone who did not live there was there, which is exactly what happened at the beginning. And he said no, but that guy went on to rob other houses. And it says the main core of the story was based on the murders that took place in Cabin 28 at Ketty Resort in the remote township of Ketty, California, where 3 people were found tied up, stabbed, and hit by a hammer. The 4th person who was in the group was found years later. The body was dumped 90 miles away. Now that sounds pretty much like what happened, but I feel like the girl at the end, she lived. And it says the screenplay was also inspired by the Charles Mason murders. Blah 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 blah. One of the last lines in the film is when Kristen sobs and asks the intruders why they did it, and the doll one tells her that it was because they were home. And it shows that Manson, when he went around, he actually what's it called? Let's see what it says here. It says he ambiguously sent his followers to another person's house because that was his former enemy. And I mean, there's all this stuff about how it could be related, but at the beginning of the movie, it says that it's based on true events, and I kind of felt like they did base it on true events, but they kind of based it on different types of true events, and I like that because I feel like they based it directly on the murders at the Ketty Inn, the Ketty Resort, whatever, and then instead of just putting in bullshit stuff that wasn't even real, they took little tidbits from the director's childhood and the Manson murders and and things, just like, let's see what else they have here, the Manson murders and his childhood, and let's see, but yeah, how they took it and they kind of integrated it in, and that shows how instead of just putting in bullshit, they kind of did their homework. So I really like that, and I'll tell you the truth, the movie was amazing. If you're watching this video, I mean, I kind of gave away the whole thing, but if you haven't seen it, you should definitely see it. And it was just ridiculous. And I don't normally go to movies with just all my guy friends, but it was the 6 of us. We went to a late movie. It was like 11 o'clock, and we watched it. The 6 of us were shivering. It wasn't like regular. It wasn't like a regular horror movie where all of a sudden they'll pop out and they'll grab you, or you have no idea what's happening, and then you're just scared. But this one, you're sitting there. Let's see how long it is. It is 90 minutes long. You're sitting there for exactly 90 minutes, and maybe not the first 15, but the rest of the time you're sitting there shivering, and it was great. I loved it, and I mean, I was just, oh, I was so scared, but I don't know. It was great, and if you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend it. It was great. All right, well, that's it. Great movie, and that's what I think. Post your responses or whatever. Rate it, whatever. Bye.